Hey yo, sugar daddy season, boy, we stunning on these hoes. I've been steady scheming, boy, my bread will never fall. Boy, we in that mode, and my neck and wrist so froze. I got the bitch, she in the field, now watch her hit the pole. Sugar daddy season, boy, we stunning on these hoes.
Hello, everyone. Happy Sunday. Uh, I guess isn't today when everyone gets like the Sunday scaries or something like that? Honestly, like I just got the fucking day over with. I got football sucked, so I'm all wham wham. But I am in my new house with a badass AV room. Can you see the AV room, Quan? Am I doing this right?
Yeah, we see it.
There's something like a good like. I tell you what. Whenever I show off the new house, you can tell if someone's a nerd if they like the AV room. Although I guess it's not really that cool. But honestly, like people really like nerd out to the attic. So I'll definitely be doing something in the attic soon. But I think it's not so much nerding out. It's like guys that like know like attics, like a real attic guy. Like like they're like a carpenter, like not even a carpenter. Like they like work on shit. Like a real man's man. Like they like the attic. They're like that's a fucking good attic, man. And I'm like, all right. All right. Anyways, I feel
Never
like
had that conversation before.
I will be doing the next stream in here and the attic. I don't know why I didn't do it in the attic, but today just wasn't my day. So the attic, I feel like the attic, like it deserves like my best shit, and I'm not giving it today. I'm just not giving my best shit today. So I'm gonna keep the stream kind of short because I'm not delivering it. So what I'm really gonna do is I'm gonna talk about two things. Um, the first thing is some Sugar Daddy season news, and the second thing is I'm talking about FOMO. And Quan's going to make a great piece out of the FOMO piece. Just heads up, Quan. Let's make something good out of this, even if I'm kind of like dragging ass right now. So first thing, Sugar Daddy season. Like I said, the website is kind of sort of live in the sense that like it's up on SugarDaddy.me, but like it's not really done yet or even close. Like we're gonna have the first iteration up in a few weeks, and then we're gonna keep working on it. And what we're really gonna do is try to make this thing the most badass meme related information website. Some of y'all know I had a very good poker strategy website about 20 years ago. And I made a shit ton of money off of that poker strategy website. It got people, taught people how to, get into online poker, where to play, how to play, stuff like that. And I kind of view meme coins as kind of something kind of similar, except, online poker is very player versus player, and meme coins aren't. Like people think of it as like the pump and dumps or whatever, but at the end of the day, like the meme coins that really are like this shit really works is when we all kind of like band together and having a community central home where we learn to band together, like what memes to look for, what we like. Something that's like pro meme coin in general, I think is really going to be a value add to the industry. And we're going to be perfectly honest, the first iteration is not going to be anything that special. It's more like just to have the kind of the basics of it. And then I'm going to put money and time into this thing and make it something special. And we're also going to use the website to get more community activity. Sometimes we'll just bribe people. Like if they become active members of the community, we'll throw them some sugar. Stuff like that. We'll have different contests and stuff to be more active. And it's just we're going to make something kind of great here. But it's going to take a little bit of time. But it's exciting that we're finally getting it up. I like the domain sugardaddy.meme because it's we also have sugardaddyseason.meme, which will probably sort of sugardaddy.meme. But I just like I feel like we're kind of finally things are starting to come together, and it's not really a huge rush because let's face it, meme coins are not booming right now. That brings me to the second part. What are meme coins about? What is all this about? It's about FOMO, right? Fear of missing out. Fear of missing out of the community. Fear of missing out of the movement. Fear of missing out of the mega gains. And right now, there is no fear. People aren't afraid of missing the mega gains right now. Okay? Which actually, it's funny because people think fear and greed with markets Like when markets go down, people get scared and they sell, hence the fear. And when they go up, they get greedy. But it's kind of different with meme coins because they can move so fast upwards and downwards, but especially upwards. Like a stock is not going to 100x in a year. It's just not. Same thing with a commodity, certainly not a bond. But a meme coin can. And it's because of FOMO, and it's because it's not measured based on cash flows or anything like that. It's measured based on belief. And why should you buy right now when there is no fear of missing out? Well, because it might be cheap. You know, I don't really think things. I mean, I don't know. This isn't financial advice. I don't know. I just don't think these memes are going to get much more beat up. I have a knack of kind of coming into things near their lows. And, you know, when I got involved in DeFi in 2019, 2020, shit was near its lows. I don't know what to say. And it took a few months. And then they started kind of getting their, you know, getting some oomph in their step. But I have a knack of these things, and I just don't think. I think there's something to this, and I don't think this is the way it goes down. This isn't the way the lights turn off on the meme coin industry. So now is the time. It's like weird. It's like the time to buy meme coins is when there is no fear. There is no fear of missing out. What happens is as they go up, when you finally know someone that's made money off of a meme coin and it's real, that's when people lose their shit. That's when people lose their shit. And they get scared that they're going to get left out. Okay? See, meme coins have the ability to where you know someone that makes a 10x or 100x. Okay? Someone you'll know can maybe make a lot of money off of it, and that will scare people. That will scare people into buying it. And the fact that they are so low right now means it's easier for it to 10x or 100x. Give it at less than a penny. Well, if it gets back to where it was in January, that's like a 15x or something like that, or something crazy. Like even maybe, like it could 20x without. I'm not saying without too much difficulty. I'm just saying if it makes a new all-time high, that's a 20x. And if you know someone that got that 20x, you're like, holy shit. And that's when people get scared. And people get scared when they know someone that's like them making a shit ton of money. That's something that they can do. That's what makes people get scared. Okay? Follow me here. Are you scared? Let's just say you have a friend that's like some sort of engineer, and he like gets a promotion as head of engineering and gets all his stock in some small weird tech company, and he makes millions of dollars, and like he goes from being your neighbor to being like way richer than you. Like you're not really feeling left out. Do you get what I'm saying? Like good for your neighbor, good for them, but that's not something that you could have done. That's just something that they were able to do by advancing their career. If someone you know that's kind of like you makes some sort of stupid investment, or you think is a stupid investment, but it starts to work, and all of a sudden they're making a shit ton of money, that's when you feel left out. That is when you feel left out. That's why GameStop was. Okay? Now, GameStop had an end date because once they did the short squeeze, everyone's like, what are we doing here? Like, it's GameStop. It's a stock. The stock is still kind of over. Like, I'm not going to like speculate on the stock's fundamentals, but I think the consensus view is that the stock will always be overpriced because of its mean value, but it will never be what it was because the story is just not the same. Because it was to fuck this one hedge fund, they fuck the hedge fund, game's over. Meme coins are different. There is no end dates. This is a community that should last forever. Just like Bitcoin. Bitcoin is its own, digital gold forever. Giga is testosterone forever. SPX 6900 is believe in yourself forever. Sugar Daddy season is perpetual optimism, perpetual belief in meme coins and communities forever. So these meme coins, there is no end date to them. And obviously Uranus is forever. You always must protect Uranus. You always must, you know, I don't know, goblet. I mean, I'm not in the mood to make Uranus memes, okay? So you got to be in the right mood to make Uranus memes. And Quan's gonna get some good shit out this week, but I'm not gonna. It's not gonna come from tonight. Anyways, my point is this: with meme coins, the best time to buy is when there is no fear. There is no fear of missing out. That's the best time to buy, because at some point, the fear will happen. I think, and you know why the fear will happen? I think it'll happen because I think there's something to this. I think the fear will happen because there's a lot of people with skin in the game that want it to happen. You know, a lot of these rich crypto guys that are rich from whatever, they want their favorite meme coin to go, and maybe they'll, I don't know. But, you know, and then you have these, you know, communities making brands for themselves, whether it's the Fudge from Uranus or the Giga Sportswear. They're out there doing shit. It's not just a stupid dog. So people will kind of get it. It will scare them. It will scare people when these things go up because they're not just stupid dogs. It's not something people have seen before. It will be different, and people will get scared, and they will fear that they're missing out. They are not. There's no fear in the air just yet. There is none. But the time to buy isn't when the fear is in the air, because when the fear hits, it hits fast, and that's when you might have 500, 5x moves in a month. Okay, I don't know when it'll happen. I hope it happens. It may not happen, but that's what fear will do to the upside. It will crash. It makes things crash upwards, and different communities have different ceilings based on their holders. I don't know what the holders of these different communities are. And it really comes down to how much the holders believe it can go. And that's why I believe in having a diversity of meme coins. I believe in the industry. But at the same time, there's not that many meme coins that really, I think, have a huge ceiling. And that's good. That's good that it's not like 300 meme coins that all have a really high ceiling, because then it's too easy to get distracted. If you take away the non-dog meme coins, maybe we're talking a dozen, okay? Maybe 20 max. Like, that's not that many. That's really not that many. So if a lot of money flows into this thing, it can move shit really fast. There is no money flowing in right now, but that can change. At some point, that will change, in my opinion. And once, we don't know when the fear will hit, but fear hits fast. The combination of fear and greed is what can make meme coins run and run fast. And meme coins, in my opinion, are the last places where you can get that 10x to 100x or 1,000x return that people desperately want, because people feel like they need it to catch up. They don't feel like they can afford a house. They don't feel like they can afford life without hitting a 10x or 100x. And guess what? You're not going to get it in Bitcoin. You're not going to get it in XRP. You're not going to get it in the majors. It's impossible. These things would have to go to the trillions upon trillions of dollars, and it's just not going to happen. It could happen in a meme coin. So the combination of people desperately wanting the 10x, and when the fear hits that they're going to miss out on their one chance at the 10x or the 100x, that's when shit will go vertical. It's not happening right now. And I don't know when it'll happen. It's not going to happen this year. But I'd much rather be buying Giga at less than a penny than buying it at 5 cents. Because I think that shit's about to hit. Because I'd rather have that 5x or at least a 2x under my belt, and I can just hold and not like be scared. Like, I can hold with power, and I can trickle out. not feel like I have to guess the top or whatever. That's why I'd much rather have a low cost basis and do it over time than just wait and try to like get in like a week before the fear hits, because you just never really know. Anyways, we're streaming tomorrow, I believe, right, Quan? 9 p.m. Eastern. I'm guessing no questions or what kind of thing.
No questions. They just let you go in your glory. Same streaming time, same streaming channel.
All right, y'all. Everyone have a good week. We'll talk in soon.